The narcissist's pain reaction when inflicted with a narcissistic injury. I'd like to start by expressing my appreciation for your time in watching this video. Anyone new to the channel should know that this channel's primary goal is to disprove the narcissist myth. Before we begin, I'd like to mention how much I value your help. Not all people who exhibit narcissistic characteristics also exhibit negative emotions like rage and outbursts. A chemical imbalance or a head injury may be at the root of the problem. But there is a broad spectrum of behaviors that might be categorized as narcissistic rage, from explosive outbursts and unexpected moments of wrath to passive-aggressive acts like simmering resentment. If a narcissist isn't the focus of attention, even if it's being diverted from more important concerns, they may lose it. When narcissists' wants and needs are ignored, they may explode into unwarranted, irrational, and severe violence, or extremely passive-aggressive. Disheartening because it shatters their idealized self-concept. How then can this be, given that narcissists are typically the types who place the greatest emphasis on their outward appearance? Okay, today I want to discuss the effects of a narcissistic injury on the narcissist. How do they feel about it? Why are they acting this way? Narcissistic wounds come in many forms. There is a spectrum of possibilities at each stage. But I will also discuss the worst narcissistic injury of all and their likely reaction to it. Narcissistic wounds, often called wounded ego, are emotional traumas that destroy the narcissist's sense of self-worth and pride. It usually occurs as a result of criticism of their fabricated identity. The narcissist's reaction may also vary slightly on the severity of the wound. However, regardless of the severity of the injury, they will always act in a specific way. For the sake of brevity, let's go over the typical reaction of a narcissist to a narcissistic injury when you damage a narcissist first and foremost. It's their pride that's broken, and with that comes shame, which is swiftly repressed by rage. As a result, the narcissist becomes hellbent on exacting vengeance. Narcissists are incapable of forgiveness, regardless of the severity of the offense. They can't even pretend to forgive. Therefore, it doesn't matter whether they say they have. They'll be plotting their vengeance and devising new ways to get their own back on you. The infamous smear campaign, which can be done privately or publicly, is their favorite method of punishment. Sometimes a narcissist can trash you and then turn around and act all lovely as if nothing happened. I'm not even talking about the lifetime smear campaign here. Rather, there are narcissistic injuries that can push the narcissist to go even further. Because in addition to all of that, you can deliver a blow to a narcissist so severe that they can't recover, where their sense of self-importance and greatness disintegrate before their very eyes, and once the truth of who or what they are sets in, the resulting guilt becomes too much to bear. The narcissist's breaking point might be precipitated by a number of factors, all of which center on the question of what hurts the narcissist the most. These are the situations that would leave the narcissist with the most pain and open the deepest scars in their narcissistic psyche. In this video, I went into detail on the three things: abandonment, exposure, and insult that would cause the narcissist the most pain. Those who manage to hit narcissists with all three at once would give them the most damage. One of two extreme reactions follows. Either the narcissist will avoid this person at all costs out of fear, or they will become the object of the narcissist's obsessive desire to destroy them. If the latter is the case, it's possible that simply looking at the person who hurt them will cause them to drop their guard. When things get this bad, the narcissist has no choice except to admit that they do not like the other person and stop trying to act cordially. They'd rather have them killed if they can, really. For an extreme personality like a narcissist, suffering a narcissistic injury of this scale can have devastating effects not only on themselves but also on the people around them. The narcissist will take further steps depending on the intensity of the feelings they are now experiencing. If it's fear, they may think there's no way out of the situation. Even if they do give in and recognize their mistakes and seek treatment, which rarely works, they are more likely to run away and act as if nothing had occurred. The narcissist may even go so low as to try to place a curse or hex on the target or hire a hitman to eliminate them if their hatred for them is so intense that it defies explanation. There is no limit to what a narcissist would do if they could get someone else to perform the dirty work for them without it ever coming back to them. When a narcissist suffers a narcissistic wound, their shadow self emerges. They may act the victim card, but that's only a ploy to draw attention away from their genuine goals. But if you know what you're doing, you can zero in on the fact that something is wrong and the level of animosity they harbor. They will be showing it to you straight from their eyes. Many negative feelings are at play when a narcissist suffers a narcissistic injury. A few of the most prominent are apprehension, anger, hatred, and embarrassment. This only serves to amplify the narcissist's inherent negativity. The combined insult, exposure, and abandonment are too much for a narcissist to handle. Similar to every other narcissistic injury, the harm done cannot be undone. The cumulative effect of their narcissistic insults is to make them increasingly gloomy and unpleasant to be around. Being denied the satisfaction of vengeance can drive a narcissist to insanity or wrath if they have to endure it for any length of time. Narcissists have little interest in mending their wounds and moving on. They refuse to let go of their grudges or their denial, making it such that the possibility of improvement diminishes with age. If you have hurt someone's ego, you should let them destroy themselves in peace. I hope this video has provided you with some use. Tell me about a time when you inflicted a narcissistic wound on someone and how that person reacted. As always, I hope you'll join me again soon. Feel free to ask any questions or make any comments in the space provided below. And for future videos, please consider subscribing to our channel and clicking the bell button below. Thank you so much for your time.